Hello friends, my name is Mayank Chuk and welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video I am going to walk you through complete AI engineering interview preparation. This deck covers 15 real interviews questions across 6 sections: prompt engineering, RAG architecture, LangGraph and agentic AI, banking AI domain knowledge, technical deep dives and behavioral questions. Every answer follows the star format: situation, task, action, result, with real matrices and outcomes that you can adapt to your experience. I'll complete this video into two parts. So we are in part 1 now. Whether you are preparing for an AI engineering RAG specialist or LLM developer, this guide will give you a solid foundation. So let's get started. Let me give you a quick overview of what we are covering in this video. We have 6 sections. Section 1 is prompt engineering. 4 questions covering how to design prompts, how to evaluate and chain of how to evaluate them, chain of thoughts, reasoning and defending against prompt injection attack. Section 2 is RAG architecture. 4 questions on building end-to-end RAG systems, LangChain versus Llama index, earning reports, analysis and chunking strategies. Section 3 cover LangGraph and agentic AI. 3 questions on LangGraph, Crew AI, multi-agent pipeline, and how to decide between single and multi-agent architecture. Section 4 is banking and financial services AI domain knowledge. 3 questions on unique challenge enabling non-technical staff and auditability. Section 5 has 2 technical deep dives on fine tuning versus RAG and LLM cost management. And section 6 covers 3 behavioral questions: a production failure story, hybrid working, and how to stay current with AI. Let's start with your opening introduction, the most important 90 seconds of any interview. Before we get into the questions, let's talk about your 90-second opening, because every single interview starts with "tell me about yourself," and this is your most important answer. I am an AI engineer and RAG specialist with over 20 years of IT delivery experience. My recent focus: building production LLMs and RAG systems. Arch- I have architected end-to-end pipeline on Azure, OpenAI and LangChain with process of 50,000 documents. I have worked across LangChain, LangGraph, Llama Index, Crew AI, and OpenAI with banking and financial services in AI domain experience. I am also certified with Azure DevOps, AWS Solution Architect, and Crew AI. I have also completed Azure OpenAI and Microsoft Fabric certifications this year. I am excited about this role and available to start immediately. So, the thing is, read this is on screen, but don't memorize it word by word. Adapt it naturally, make it sound like the key point to hit are your specialist focused RAG is RAG and LLM systems. Your years of experience, the scale of what you have built, 50,000 documents plus documents processed, the specific tool you have used, your domain background and banking and financial services AI, your certifications and your availability. Three things keep in mind when you deliver this first. First, memorize the structure, not the script. Second, adapt it naturally as you speak. Pick up on what the interviewer seems most interested in. Do some research. Third, show energy and confidence. This is your pitch. Own it. Pause for 2 seconds before you begin. Don't rush. A confident measured delivery will set the tone for the entire interview. Let's move to next slide. So as we have this questions, 19 questions, this is our first question. Section 1, prompt engineering. Question 1, walk me through how you design a prompt for structure data extraction use case. For example, extracting data from financial report. This is a very common opening technical question. The interview want to see that you think systematically about the prompt design, not just that you have used ChatGPT. The situation, you remember the star format? You need to extract structured data, codes, weights, dimensions for unstructured operation documents fed into the RAG system. Task: design a prompt that produce reliable and structured repeatable JSON output from a ChatGPT model regardless of document variation. Next is action. And this is the heart of your question. Is three-layer prompt architecture. Layer 1, system prompt that defines the role and the output schema. You literally say you are a data extractor. Always return valid JSON with these exact field. Layer 2, few shots examples shows the model 2 or 3 real input output pairs. Layer 3, the user prompts with the document chunks plus explicit instruction, and critically you add if a field is missing, return null, never hallucinate. Then you add a pedantic output parser as validation layer on to catch any malformed response before they reach application. The result hallucination rate dropped by 70%. Output consistency went from 60% to over 95% across 500 plus test documents of golden sets of 500 documents, zero manual correlation needed downstream. Drop these numbers naturally: 70%, 95%, 500 plus docs. They make your answer credible and memorable. Go to the next question. 2. How do you evaluate whether a prompt is working well and what matrices do you track? This question is about showing go beyond vibes and actually measure your prompt scientifically. A lot of candidates says I tested it, I looked it good, it looks good. It is not good enough for a senior AI role or any role. The answer of the answer is RAGAS framework. RAGAS is it's measure three things: retrieval precision. Are we retrieving the right chunk from the vector store? Answer faithfulness. Is LLM actually answer actually grounded in retrieved context, or is it making things up? And answer relevance. Does the answer actually address the question that was asked? Should be in context. You log every evaluation run in ML flow, tagging tagging the prompt version, the model version, and all three source. This means when scores drops, you can immediately pinpoint whether the failure is in the retrieval or in generation, and that distinction saves weeks of misdirection misdirected effort. The result, 40% of initial failure turned out to be retrieval failure, not prompt failure. That's insight alone saved weeks of prompt tuning. The overall RAG accuracy improved by 40% within 6 weeks of implementing systematically evaluation. Key takeaway for your interview. When they ask about matrices, go straight to Ragus. It shows you evaluate production system properly, not just demo system or a POC. Two questions on this slide. Let's cover them both. Question 3. What is a chain of thought prompting and when would you use it? Chain of thought means adding explicit reasoning steps on your prompt instead of asking what is the risk rating. You ask first, identify the key financial indicators, then assess each one of the risk. Finally, provide an overall rating with justification. You are forcing the model to show it's correctly working. This is a critical in banking and financial services AI for three reasons. One, classify credit risk where the model needs to reason through multiple factors before arriving at rating. Two, summarizing earning report where the conclusion must logically follow from the data in the document. Three, compliance check where the model must trace a logical path from regulation to document to verdict. Without chain of thought, LLMs tend to jump to confident sounding conclusions that are not actually grounded in the document. In your test, chain of thought prompts improve multiple steps reasoning accuracy by 35%. Question number 4. How do you handle prompt injection attacks in production LLMs systems? Prompt injection is when malicious user inputs tries to override your system prompts. Your approach is defense in depth. 5 layers, input sanitization to strip known injection pattern, XML style tagging to clearly delimit your input from system instruction, pydantic output validation to enforce schema even if injection attempt alter the output, canary token, hidden parses in your system prompt to detect if the model is being overridden, and rate limiting plus suspicious pattern alter the alter for human review. Result, zero successful injection incident in production. Now we have arrived to section 2, RAG architecture. This is where candidates either stand out or fall flat. Because everyone claims to know RAG, but very few actually built it in production. Question 5 describes a RAG system you have built end to end and what were the key design decision. This is your signature answer. You want to walk through 6 key design decisions. 1. Chunking. Chunking strategies, you use semantic search rather than fixed size chunking to preserve context boundary across the document sections. 2. Embedding models, you choose text embedding 3 large, prioritizing domain accuracy over raw speed. 3. Vector store, Pine code chosen for its scalability and metadata filtering by document type. So you can filter by document category before even running vector search. 4. Retrieval hybrid search, combining dense vector retrieval with BM25 sparse retrieval. Dense gets you semantics similarity. BM25 gets you keyword precisions. Together, they are far stronger than either alone. 5. LLM layer. We have used ChatGPT 5 of ChatGPT 5 with a strict system prompt and patenting output validation as a safety net. Evaluation 6.6. Evaluation. A rigorous evaluation pipeline running nightly against 500 questions golden data sets of golden sets of a golden data set. So you know immediately if any deployments break accuracy. The result 65% reduction. Document retrieval. The system handles 200 plus queries per day in production. Zero critical hallucination incident in the first 3 months of deployment. These numbers are what an interview remember. Commit them to your memory. Question 6, and we have two questions in this slide. Question 6, what is the difference between LangChain and Llama Index, and when would you choose over one another? Think of it this way. LangChain is broad. It's orchestration framework for building LLM, building full LLM application, agents, chains, memory, tools, and drag. Llama Index is specialized. It's excel at document injection, indexing, and query engines, specifically is for complex multi-document scenario. Choose LangChain when you are building an agentic flow, not tool use or need to orchestrate multi-step chains. Choose Llama Index when a primary challenge is and document parsing and retrieval quality. For example, in nested PDF tables or when you need advanced query engines like subquestions decomposition. In practice, this is the answer that impresses. You combine both Llama index for ingestion and indexing LangChain for agent and output layer. Now come to question number 7. How would you build a rack system that analyzing quarterly earning reports? This is the domain specific architecture question. 5 layers, 5 use. First use Llama index and or unstructured dot for table extraction. Because earnings reports are full of table that basic PDF readers completely missed. Section Second section of where chunking and metadata tags for companies name quarter and years. Third, hybrid search with temporal metadata filtering. Fourth, chain of thoughts prompting with explicit source citation instruction. Fifth, a number validation layer to cross check extracted figure against structured data. Orchestration with LangGraph to handle the multi step flow. The key message financial figure must allow always to always be traceable to specific source. That's non negotiable. End of part 1 now. So let me summarize. You have delivered production RAG at a scale with 50,000 documents, 65% retrieval improvement, zero hallucination incident in production. The person interviewing you in the most cases has not done that. You walk in as the expert, own that. Four things to remember on the interview day. Use the star format for every behavior answers, situation, task, action, and result. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I'm posting more content on the AI engineering, RAG systems, LangGraph, and interview questions. My name is Mayank Chuk. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Good luck.